You can watch SeemsGoodMagic.com team members live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27. If you enjoy our videos, you can support us by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on eBay store, and purchasing some singles or playsets. Thanks and enjoy. Hey, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here with another 8-4 Gatecrash draft. Got my little card thing up so I can show you the cards a little bit bigger this time around. Hopefully that makes it easier for you to read them. But we got Lord of the Void as our rare. He's pretty good, but he's a 7-drop, kind of an unexciting. I mean, he's cool and he's strong and he definitely wins games. But you do have to get a 7-drop online that has 3 black mana symbols. He can be really difficult to play. I think I would prefer to pick the Gorklan Rampager, who's probably the best non-rare in Gruul, I would think. Gorklan Rampager is certainly up there. There's also Burning Tree Emissary. Unfortunately, we're also passing a couple other good Gruul cards. But I think that's okay. There's enough upside to Rampager here. And I think the card's actually just better than Lord of the Void. Paying 4 mana for a 4/4 with Trample, and the fact that it has a cheap Blood Rush. It's just a really strong creature. Okay. Second pick, we have the choice. Vyashno Shanktail, Burning Tree Emissary, Skinbrand Goblin, and Warmind Infantry. So, there's also Zamak Guildmage in this pack, which is a pretty strong card. I don't know if it's worth going 3-color already. I might just want the Burning Tree Emissary. I really like it'd be cool to play an aggressive Gruul deck. And Shanktail's pretty good too, though. It's one of the few first strikers in the set. And it is a pretty good combat trick. It is 4 mana on the other hand. I think I'm actually going to take the Emissary. If you get it in multiples or anything like that, it can get absurd really fast. Okay, so now we have a choice between Crown Ceratok, Croconura, Ivy Lane Denizen, and that's about it. So, Croconura is pretty good. It's not really fitting in with the aggressive theme as much. Crown Ceratok is a very strong card. It's got Trample, so it works amazingly well with Blood Rush. There's also Mugging in here too. Wow. Some real choices in here. I think the choices are really, it's Mugging, Ceratok, or Croconura. So, that's tough. Like I said, Ceratok works extremely well with Blood Rush, as does Rampager. Mugging is just cheap removal, though. I think I'm going with the Mugging. I kind of want the Croconura too, but Mugging is just such cheap removal. Alright, so now it's Ivy Lane Denizen versus Madcap Skills or Scorchwalker. I do like Ivy Lane Denizen. I think I'm taking the Madcap, though. It's pretty insanely strong card. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Okay, so now Mugging versus Ember Beast. Just take a second Mugging or get a 3-drop creature. I think I'm actually going to take the Mugging. I really like Ember Beast a lot, but I don't know. Something about Mugging, just the fact that it's such cheap removal, is kind of appealing. So now I can take Signal the Clans or Boros Guildgate. Or Snapjaw, for that matter, too. I guess Snapjaw's alright. It's more likely I'd play that than the Signal the Clans, I think. So let's take Snapjaw. Okay. Nothing really on color for us here. We'll take the Key Rune in case we want to splash. And now we can take the Verdant Haven for ramping if need be. Okay, I'll take an Alpha Authority. Not likely I'm playing it. Second Snapjaw versus Guildgate. I don't really have anything I'm splashing for yet. Then again, I'm probably not going to be desperate for a Snapjaw. I think I'm going to take the Guildgate. leave it open to the chance that I play Gruul Simic. Should be pretty easy at this point. Guildgate, a Keyrune, and a Verdant Haven. Make a third color, or at least going into blue, look fairly easy. Second Verdant Haven. Alright. Well, I wasn't thinking we were going to be a Verdant Haven deck, but perhaps we are. That's probably the latest Death Cult Rogue I think I've ever seen. Fourth to last pick. I don't know if I've ever seen that in an online draft before. So, clearly Demir's open, and unfortunately for us, a little bit too late to start going down that path. But we can pretty easily go into a third color. And actually Verdant Haven makes it so we could theoretically go into black if we wanted to, I guess, or any other color for that reason, but it's probably more likely we'd go into Boros, since that is possibly playable alongside Gruul. Ooh, yeah, I like me some Gyre Sage quite a bit. Otherwise, Firefist Striker, but I'd much rather have the Gyre Sage. Nimbus Swimmer, good reason to splash, but yeah, just taking Gyre Sage. I like it so much. Okay, options. Third Mugging. We also have Xertos Swine, Miming Slime. We are a little bit short on creatures. Mugging is really good, though. I think Xertos Swine's really good, too, though, so I'm going to take the Xertos Swine. I mean, I guess I could go triple Mugging. I don't know. I don't even know if I've ever had the triple Mugging deck before, to be honest. Xertos Swine is pretty good for Gruul, though. Let's go triple Mugging. That sounds too crazy to me, actually. I feel like I could do some really nasty stuff with that. Especially alongside Madcap. Not much for us here. Could take the Molten Primordial. It's a good reason to play the Verdant Havens. Alright. Convinced myself. I'm going to take it over the Act. And now we get rewarded with the Xertos Swine, so pretty happily snatch that up. Alright, let's take the Greenside Watcher. Signaling fairly well here. Ooh, second Madcap. Why not? Sounds crazy. You know, Burning Tree Emissary into Madcap skills is pretty cool. I guess kind of puts a big target sign if the only creature you have to enchant is the Emissary, but more reason to play Hellraiser Goblin, maybe. Not a lot here for us. Let's take the best blue card, so it's got to be the Mind-Eye Drake. Okay, Keymaster Rogue, Metropolis Sprite. Guess Rogue is okay. It's not really that great, though. Guess it's good with Blood Rush. Okay. Could take the Foundry Street Denizen, but doesn't evolve, and I don't have a lot of red creatures, so I guess we'll take the Sprite. Looks like we might have to go 3-color here. It's not, it's not a huge deal. It's really not that huge of a deal. We just got to make sure, I mean, we already are fixed fairly well, so that's kind of the good news about it. I think we want the Burst over the Phantom. I mean, I do need more creatures, but Burst of Strength is really good. I'm just going to take the foil. Guess I could possibly play that. Prefer not to. Gridlock actually looks like. This could be a Gridlock deck depending on how pack 3 goes. Alright, so at this point I pretty much just have to take creatures because I'm a little bit short. So it appears that we will be playing blue and I'm in need of more creatures. So let's pick up some more, maybe. Well, the nice thing is with all this fixing and ramp, the sky's kind of the limit on what mana cost creatures we play. Wow, Assemble the Legion. Yeah, I think I might splash for that with the double Verdant Haven. But I can also take the Crown Ceratok. Do I really want to commit myself to a 4th color when I'm short on creatures? I did just lose to a symbol the other day. I've also lost playing it. I've had like the worst experiences with and against Assemble the Legion lately. Earlier I was just schooling it. Every time someone would play it against me I would just have them beat. But now I'm having problems with it. And I've yet to run it successfully. But I guess if I'm playing 2 Verdant Havens, I can afford to do it. Kind of wish I'd picked up that Boros Guildgate earlier. Could still get maybe a Prism or something. Okay. I guess there's enough upside. Alrighty. Here, I guess we double up on the Burning Tree Emissary. Oh, we could take that Prism now. I think I'd rather have the 2-drop. Okay, Drakewing or... That's about it. Alright. Creature. Scorchwalker, I think I'm fine with taking. Not going to play a 3rd Verdant Haven. And Scorchwalker's fine. Not great, but pretty good with a Madcap. Can't deny that. Alright, Snapjaw because we have the triple ramp, or Bomber Core because it's a 2-drop. Works pretty well with Emissary. I think I'm more interested in the 5-drop, is that right? Just because I've got the triple ramp, kind of makes sense to me. I don't really like Bomber Core either. I think that's sort of the issue. So 25 playables here, but I'm probably going to want to cut some other spells if I can. Could possibly make this non-blue just playing the Assemble, but we'll see if that's realistic. Alright, Massive Raid would work a lot better if I had more creatures. Prophetic Prism's going to help us play 4-color, so I think I'm going to take that. Could also take the Rebirth, but let's just take the Prism. Alright, we can take Ruination Worm. We don't even have a 6-drop yet. Could also take the Watcher, too, I guess, but we only have 1 Guildgate. Let's take the... Emissary into another 2-drop is pretty strong on turn 2. No, I think because we have all this ramp and we're guaranteed 3-color and probably 4-color, I think we just take the more bomby threat. Okay, here, happy to pick up a Denizen. Guess we'll take the Resistance. None of these cards really matter. Don't think I'm playing this. Could possibly play this. I'm not sure if I want to, but I'll take it. Alright, well, this deck looks alright. I mean, we ended up with enough creatures. And we do have a game plan. I may be able to cut blue from this deck too. And if I can, I will. That'll just make the Assemble splash a lot easier. Guess that can kill my Drakewing, so I should take that. Oh wait, I really can't cut blue, can I? Because I want to play the Krasis. Alright, it looks like we're probably a 4-color deck. But we'll see how big of a deal that is. Let's put in the stuff I'd very much like to play. or the stuff that I'm considering playing. Oh, I guess I could play that now. No, that seems pretty far-fetched. So that's 21. Oh, Madcaps, Triple Mugging, Scorchwalker, Primordial. Okay, so this is 28. Let's set aside all my blue cards real quick, and let me just kind of take a look at how many we got. I guess technically I could cut blue. Then I might as well cut the key rune too, right? Okay, so this is what it would look like if it was just Gruul Splash for the Assemble. I'm just short enough on playables. We're really short on creatures with this build too. That's a little bit unfortunate. All right, let's set aside our non-creature spells here. Let me take a better look at what we're dealing with. I see. Well, I'd like to play this. And it's possible actually to play this. This seems to work fairly well with Blood Rush creatures that you've played already, like these two. So then you can get some Blood Rush out of nowhere, or when they're not expecting it. I mean, alternatively, I could just cut the Rogue. This is 23, and my splash is for blue for Krasis and white for a symbol. And between a Prism and 2 Verdant Havens, that's actually pretty realistic. I could run it like this, but 13 creatures is pretty low. I don't know if I'm going to have... I guess I could cut the Burst for another creature. So maybe now, then I could run the Keymaster Rogue. Just get a creature to Blood Rush onto. It's not very wise to play this when you're short on creatures, so maybe we just want the Mind Eye Drake because it blocks the world, and it's a better creature. It's quite a few 5-drops, but like I said, we have the double Verdant Haven. We also have Gyre Sage, which does evolve from Burning Tree Emissary. You know, I'm not opposed to this list. This looks okay. Like I said, the Assemble and splashing for blue shouldn't be too hard between Prophetic Prism and double Verdant Haven. Fair amount of late game to get into. Yeah, let's run it like this. I'm okay with this. And then we can play that Guild Gate too. That should help. Let's do 1 island, 1 plane, 7/7. Pretty even on green and red. So we have an extra green source. Yeah, I think this is okay. This doesn't look so bad. Alright. Strange deck. But got some powerful cards in here. Fair amount of ramp. Molten Primordial can steal games. So we're going to try it like this. I'll see you round 1.